Hi guys, it's Julie. Welcome back to my wonderful BC life. I'm back today with a combination Dollar Tree and Dollarama shopping haul. I've got some really interesting stuff today too. So let's get ready and sit back, get a drink if you need one, because it's a bit of a long video. So we'll see what I've got from Dollar Tree today. And I think today everything that I've got is $1.75. I'm pretty sure everything is. So I don't have to keep watching my little list here because I'm pretty sure everything was $1.75. Now the first item is the Closet Essentials shoe bag. I believe it holds one pair of shoes and it has a little zipper on it. And that's what this looks like. There's the label. And I got these because if we ever go traveling, which I don't know when we're ever going to go traveling, but at some point I'm sure we will. If we are, sometimes you like to bring, well, I always like to bring another pair of shoes, whether it's just usually sandals and my running shoes is what I usually wear. But that way you've got a nice little bag to keep your separate shoes in a nice enclosed bag to keep them away from everything else so you don't soil the rest of your clothing and stuff. So I got one of those. And the next item is the washing machine cleaner. And you get 3 pouches so you can clean your washing machine 3 times. And that looks like that. They sort of used the Tide colors, didn't they? Sort of get your attention. It looks sort of like Tide. There it says there, washing machine cleaner. So I'll be using that to give my washing machine a good clean. And then, you don't even want to know why I got this, but anyway, I bought the Scrub Buddies stainless steel scourers. It's a package of 3 scouring pads, and these are the, like I say, the stainless steel ones. I'm afraid we have a little bit of a critter problem. Ever since we had the kitchen renovated, obviously there must be some little spot, some place where a pipe in the wall or something needs to be sealed around it or something, because little mice are coming in and I do not like that. So I've got this to try and tuck that in around whatever pipes or anything that we think that they could be using to get in, because they're getting in somehow. And I like little critters when they're outside, that's fine. I love them out there, but I do not want them in my house. So we're going to try and use this to try and keep them outside where they belong. So the next item I got was I bought this for the car. I don't think it's going to end up there, but it turns out that Dave's car, the one he usually drives, has an issue with the sunroof leaking. Something to do with the trim that goes around it was not working properly, and we had a slight leak in the back. Of course, we get a lot of rain on Vancouver Island in the winter months, and Dave, we noticed a funny smell in the car, and Dave went and looked out in the back trunk area, and underneath the spare tire was this huge puddle. And it's like, oh no, the whole car smells like mold. So it's not quite as bad now, but it's still not right either. But he's got the problem fixed now. But because the smell was so bad, he's tried to mask it with different things. And I bought this for that. But seeing as I don't think I'm going to have to use it for that now, I will use it in one of the bathrooms. It's the Sure Sense Hawaiian air freshener, and like I say, $1.75. I'll put that in the bathroom. I smelled it and it smells pretty nice. Yeah, it smells nice and fruity. I like that. So I got that, and then I got this. Actually, I bought a bottle not that long ago, and I was going to put it in my bathroom for me to use, and then Dave says, oh, is that for me? And I'm like, well, I guess it is now. So anyway, I bought another one for me. It's the Nature Fresh Whitening Natural Peppermint Mouthwash. Whitens teeth and freshens breath, moisturizing aloe, never tested on animals, and vegan friendly, 18 fluid ounce bottle for $1.75 at Dollar Tree. Can't go wrong there. And then I got As we know, pop is my weakness. I drink pop all the time, shouldn't, but I'm trying to keep it down a little bit because I know it's probably not the greatest for me and all. But I did see the cherry Diet Coke, and I thought, oh, I'm going to try some of that. That sounds good to me. So I grabbed one of those. And then I'm going to show you something in a moment. I bought one of those little birdhouses at Dollarama last year. And I got one of the ones that didn't have all the pretty colors and all the little bells and whistles on it. I bought that one because I liked that it had the heart-shaped window. But I knew I wanted to jazz it up. So I've got this next item to do that. I've already jazzed it up quite a bit, but I'm going to figure a way to use this to jazz it up a little bit more. And that was this little wooden, it's supposed to look like a little house with, I guess that's supposed to be like a little picket fence. But I'm going to maybe disassemble this a little bit, or maybe I'll put it on the way it is. I haven't decided yet. But I'm going to use it somehow to add to my little birdhouse, which I still have to figure out what I want to put on it to protect it from the elements. I'll go get that so I can show it to you. Okay, I'm back. Here's my little birdhouse from Dollarama that I bought last year. And like I say, it was all plain. Everything was one color. So anything that you see that has color now, I have done that. I have painted it, and I have added a lot of things to it. I painted the heart. I added the little butterflies and painted them. I added 2 little birds over the door, and I painted the doorway, and I painted the door itself and put the little heart. I put some little mushrooms. This was already on here, and I painted it. And then I put a little owl on top of the little mailbox. And then on the side, I painted the window, added a little butterfly over here. I painted the little fence, and I added some flowers and a little bird. And like I say, I painted all of that. On the back, this is where I needed the other thing for. I wanted to jazz it up somehow. And like I say, I'm not quite sure where I'm going with it yet, but I'm definitely going to jazz it up somehow using what I was just showing you. Now there's the 2 more little mushrooms that I painted and added on the back. And then on this side, I did the same thing with the flowers and the fence and the little bird and the butterfly and the window. Like I say, adding some color and adding some different things that weren't there before. And then of course, I did the rooftop. I don't know if you can see or not, but I used a sparkly glitter glue. Wherever I painted, there's sparkly glitter glue on top to sort of help seal it. But I don't know whether that would seal it outdoors or not. So I've got to get something to seal the whole thing, I think. But anyway, like I say, I plan to use that and put this somehow back on here. And I'm going to jazz that up and paint that up too. So I'm not quite sure how I'm doing it yet, but that's the plan anyway. So I got that. And then I saw these today, and I'm not really into the Disney stuff particularly. I mean, I like Disney and everything, but I'm just not into the Disney decor. But I saw these and I thought they were cute and a pretty good deal for $1.75. And it's the 4-pack of the Mickey Mouse cleaning sponges. And there's what those look like. You get the 4 little, those type of sponges. And I thought they were pretty cute, so I picked those up. And then the last things that I got from Dollar Tree were these little guys. And I know I don't really need any more Easter decor. Lord only knows I've got more than enough. And it was only one of these that made me buy all 4, because I thought it was cute and I couldn't resist it. And it's the little stuffies. They did not have these before. I've never seen these in Dollar Tree before. First, we've got this goofy bunny. He's got like a goofy face on him, and he's got a carrot. Well, I couldn't resist him. And then there's this one, another bunny, only this one's a girl bunny, a pink one. And then she's got a little Easter egg with bunnies and carrots on it. So that was cute. And then this one's a little Easter lamb, or a little sheep. It has a pretty happy look on its face. And it's got a little Easter egg with Easter eggs on it. So I thought that was cute. But this is the one that made me buy all 4 of them. If I hadn't seen this one, I probably could have overlooked the other ones, but I couldn't overlook this one. It's the little Easter duck or Easter chick, whatever it's supposed to be. And he's got his own little chocolate bunny with a little yellow bow on it. I could not resist that. I thought that was absolutely precious. So like I say, I had to get that tag out of the way there. You see the little Easter bunny. Oh my gosh. So cute. So anyway, like I say, I'm pretty sure all of my Dollar Tree items today were $1.75. I don't think I had anything in there that was more than that this time around. So anyway, I'll get rid of these items now, and I will go and get my Dollarama items for everybody. Okay, so that was my Dollar Tree items. Now let's see what I got at Dollarama this week. I've got some pretty interesting things, I think. Actually, I didn't buy them all this week. I've been accumulating stuff for a little while now, and I just haven't gotten around to doing the video. But I decided today I had to get it done before the long weekend comes up and all that. I've got to get this video going. So we're going to start off with the food-related items first. I got some of the basmati rice, the Kitchen 88 basmati rice, ready to heat and eat for $1. This is quite tasty, and like I say, it's so simple to make. You just make it in the microwave, and I think it only takes like a minute. And like I say, add some veggies or, you know, pineapple. I love pineapple. Add some pineapple or something to it. Oh, so good and easy to make with a meal, just as an added side for your meals. So I got that. And then these are an old favorite of many of ours. It's the Island Bars. Got a couple of those, 63 cents a piece or 2 for $1.25. I got those. And I just put that on top of something else that I haven't shown yet. I also got the Top Taste Crispy Fried Onions. That's what those look like. That's the top of the lid there. And those were $1.75. Very tasty to add. You can put them in so many things. If you're making like mashed potatoes, put it in that, or if you're making scrambled eggs, something like that, you can add it to it, or salad, or what have you. You name it, you can throw some of those in, and they spice up whatever you're having. So then, I thought these were new. I had seen this brand in Dollarama before, but I hadn't seen this exact flavor. And I know Dave likes, if you go to Tim Hortons and you get the little birthday cake Timbits. So I saw these ones here and I thought, well, he might like these granola bars. It's the Made Good Organic Drizzled Granola Bars in the birthday cake flavor. You're getting 5 bars. This is what they look like. 5 bars, and those are $3.75. So I got them. And then I got these once before, and they were pretty darn good. I liked them. And they're the Old Dutch Ridgie's Extra Honey Barbecue Potato Chips. The little 40-gram bag for 75 cents. Got a couple of bags of those. We have hot dogs or something, you can have those on the side or just as a snack, whatever. We'll eat them. And these were in Dollarama a while ago, but then they disappeared for quite a while, and now they're back again. And personally, I find them kind of pricey for as much popcorn as you get, but they are so tasty. Very good. So it's the Candy Pop Milk Chocolate M&M's popcorn. $4.25 for a 149-gram bag. So like I say, I find that to be on the pricey side, but it's very tasty, especially when you get to the bottom, if you've got a bowl of them. And then all of a sudden, when you get down to the bottom, you've got all the loose M&Ms. That's when it's at its absolute best, I tell you, when you get to all the loose M&Ms at the bottom. So anyway, I'll put these things away and I will get out the next stuff. So the next items, I'll start off with this one. I have been purchasing some of these same type of things at Dollar Tree, and Dollar Tree is cheaper. They're $1.75 there. but I will say that this one is sturdier than the ones that Dollar Tree sells. For the most part, the Dollar Tree ones work fine, no problem at all, but these ones are sturdier. So if you want one that is sturdier, if that matters to you, if you know you're going to be putting heavier weighted items on it or something, this would be your better bet. And these are $4.25. And it's the Rama Design Cabinet Shelf. It's 12.5 inch by 10 inch by 5 inch. And like I say, it's great for putting in your cabinets if you need more space. It lifts things up and you can slide other things underneath of it, and you'll have a two-tiered system in your cabinets. So they work really great, and I knew I needed another one in the kitchen, so I picked that one up. And then I got these here. I got two of them. It's the D Maison placemats. They're a 14.9 inch or 38 centimeter placemat, and they were $3.50. And as you can see, they're like the rattan ones, and these ones here have the blue on the outside of them. So I picked up two of those, and I think those will go nice because we've got a lot of blue in here. I thought the blue would look nice, so I picked those up for the living room. At least I think that's where they're going. That was sort of the plan. And Dave commented that he thought we needed a trivet or something like that to have in the kitchen in case you want to put a pot on the countertop. Now, as far as I know, if you've got quartz countertops, which we now do, I think you're supposed to be able to put them on, hot things on them anyway. But I know I don't want to take that chance, and I know Dave doesn't either. So he suggested I pick something up. And I saw these at Dollarama, and I thought, they're kind of cool, actually. So I decided to pick one up, even if I just use it for decor. I don't know yet whether I'll probably put things on it, but it is pretty too. So it's the Boo Bam Trivet, and it's made out of bamboo for $2. They had two designs. One is the one I've got, which is like flowers. And then in the picture on the label, you can see what the other design was. So that's what that looks like. As you can see, this one looks like little daisies or something. And that is what the other pattern looked like that they had there. So I thought that would be kind of nice in the kitchen. And hopefully it would be okay to put hot things on that. But like I say, I don't think it's a problem with these countertops. I think that's one of the reasons why everybody likes them, but I'm not taking that chance. I'm not putting a hot pot on it no matter what. I'm just not doing it. I don't think it would be a good idea. So anyway, I got, this is a repurchase, the Hercules Clear Multi-Purpose Bags. And these are the 8 extra large bags. They're a 31 by 42 inch bag. Fits a 121 liter container. And those look like that. There's the label. And these are good for us because here in Nanaimo, we have to save up all of our drink bottles, any pop bottles or pop cans or juice bottles, whatever you happen to have. And you have to take them down to the depot to get your refund back. So I find that if you use these particular bags, this size, I can put 100, which takes me quite a while to save up, but 100 of the big pop bottles, like the ones that come in the 6-pack, you know the ones, I can put 100 of them in one of these bags, or I can do 100 cans in one of these bags. So it makes it handy for me when I go down to the depot. I don't have to stop and count everything. I will have counted them prior to throwing them in the bag. And then when I go down there, I can just say I've got 100 bottles or 100 cans, and they know to charge me for that. Well, not charge me for that, reimburse me for that. So anyway, I got some of those. And then I got some of these garbage bags. I had not seen these in Dollarama before. It's the Kitchen Scents garbage bags. You get 80 bags, and there's 4 different scents. The Ocean Breeze, Lavender, Vanilla, and Orange. And they're 17 by 18 inch bags, so good for a kitchen can or your garbage cans that are in your bathrooms or what have you, smaller cans that you might have throughout your home. And those were $5 for 80 bags. I thought that was a pretty good deal. So I picked some of those up. And then I picked up something that I didn't really need, but I have, because it turns out I do already have one. You can never remember what you buy from one year to the next, I find. So anyway, I went into Dollarama and they had these ones, but I'm pretty sure I bought the one I already had at Walmart last year. But this one is different than the one I got at Walmart, so I'll still use it. And it was $3 for the Occasions Whisk. And this is the little pink one with the little white bunny inside, and it's got the little wooden handle here for my Easter decor for my kitchen. So I picked that up. And then this next item was something that Dave saw when he was with me the one day. And it's something that we could use. And for that reason, we bought it. It's the Rama Design Spaghetti Measure. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but it's one thing if you're having like the type of noodles that you can measure in a measuring cup. That works out fine, you know, to make X amount for however many people you're making the pasta for. But when you're making spaghetti noodles, I never know quite how many you use. I'll just grab a mittful and throw them in. Sometimes I make too much. I've even been known to make too little sometimes. So this is going to be handy. This has the different serving sizes for 1 to 4 servings of spaghetti noodles. There's for 1, 2, 3, or 4 servings, and that is going to make life so much easier around here. I don't know how I lived all these years without it. But anyway, we got that for $3. And like I say, Dave picked that one up. Now I'll just get rid of these items and get on to the next ones. Okay, so here's the last of my items for Dollarama today. The first item I've got is kind of heavy and it's kind of big because I've already filled it with stuff. I got this and I got a bunch of other things either exactly like this or similar to it from Dollarama to put in the new pantry in the kitchen, because when we had that pantry put in there, my whole thoughts were that I wanted to use that for storage for my tiered tray items. I didn't really want them out in the garage. I wanted to leave as much space in the garage as possible for Dave to put all of his items out there, so he doesn't feel like he doesn't have enough room for his things. So I've cleared out as much as I could and brought as much of my things in here. So one of the things is having my tiered tray items in the new pantry. So I got some of these containers. This is a, let's see, what is it again? A 16-liter little tote type thing, a little storage box. And it's 16-inch by 11.4-inch by 9-inch. They do have other sizes as well, but this was the size I needed. It's by Plastico. And these are a stackable box for $5. Now here's what that looks like. You see, I've even got it written on there that this is my Valentine's tiered tray items. And there's the label. And like I say, they had different ones there, but like I thought that would be just perfect for putting my items in, and it's working out great because I can put one in the front and one in the back. It just is the right size for what I wanted it to do. So I got that. And then the next item, I sort of tried to talk myself out of it at first. I kept thinking, oh, do I want to spend $5 on that? And part of me thought no, part of me thought yes. And I realized that since I got one of those, you know, those roundish but tall bird feeders, I have a hard time filling it. I find that if I try and fill it, if I try to just pour the stuff in, it tends to spill all over and I end up with seeds all over the place. And then if I tried using a funnel, the funnel would get clogged pretty quickly because some of the bigger seeds would clog it. So then I'd end up with a mess. So I decided when I saw this, I'm going to suck it up. I'm going to pay the $5. I think it will be well worth it. And boy, is it ever. So if you have the same problems that I just said, be sure to go and grab one of these from Dollarama. It's the Bird Bistro Bird Seed Pour and Container. It holds 5 pounds of seeds, 2.2 kilograms. Now, the seeds that are in here did not come with it. I've added these in there, so you will have to buy your own seeds. But this is what that looks like. And there's the spout there. These clip off here on the side, and then you just clip them back up again. It keeps the lid in place. So this has been just really handy for me for dealing with that particular bird feeder. The other ones I don't have a problem with, but that one, because it's narrow, I find it's really harder to fill it. So that's worked out really great for me, having that. And then this next item, I didn't really think I needed it, but it seemed like every time Dave wanted some salt for cooking, he couldn't figure out where the salt was. More than once, he would say to me, "Where'd the salt go?" Because he's looking for it in the box it came in. And I had taken it out of that because whenever I was doing any baking, I found that when you tried to get your measuring spoon in there to get the salt out, the little flap that keeps the, that you close the salt box with, it would make the salt go flying. So as you can tell, I have things flying all over my kitchen, it seems like, or all over my house. So anyway, I had put the salt in a nice jar, and I wrote salt on the top of it. Well, now he looks in the cupboard. He doesn't see salt on the top of anything. He is looking for something on the side, and in his mind, he's still looking for the salt box, which isn't there. So I saw these at Dollarama, and I thought, I don't really want to pay $5 for this either, but I'm going to because of Dave and his salt problem. And that's this little salt box, like this little salt canister, I guess you'd call it. And it has the little bamboo lid on it. And you put your salt in there. I thought, surely he'll be able to see salt when it says it right there. I might even keep it on the countertop so he can't help but find it. I might even do that. So anyway, I got that for $5 for Dave. And then the next item, these were all over the Facebook pages. I'm sure everybody who has a channel has hauled them by now. But I'm going to use mine differently, I think, than most people will. And it's the Rama Design Fruit Basket. Now, I think when I saw this, I thought, well, I don't put all this fruit on my countertop. The only thing I usually have on there is bananas. The rest of my fruit's in the fridge. But I thought I would like this to go in my office on my desk and have my paperwork on the different levels, different things that I'm hanging on to for whatever reason. Like right now I've got T4 slips and stuff, put the T4 slips on one level and have something else on the other level, whatever I need it for. Or you could use it in your craft room. It can be used for so many things besides just fruit, which obviously it can still be used for that too. But these are actually a good size. I'll try and get mine put together and have a picture at the end of the video so you can see how big it is. But they're supposed to be quite sturdy from what everybody is saying. And I decided that I wanted one of those, like I said, to put in my office. I thought that would come in handy for that. So then, the next items. If you recall, I picked up some of those pictures that Dollarama had, I don't know, last year sometime. They had the pink ladies, and the one is putting her mascara on, and I forget what the other one has on. I thought they were cute anyway, and I got them for my bathroom and gave it sort of a girly look, seeing as I have my bathroom and Dave has his. So I saw these new ones came out, and I thought, well, they did have some that were pink, which in that manner would have gone better with the ones I already had. But I thought that the pictures on them didn't quite go with the pictures that I already had. I thought maybe these ones were more of the glamorous type picture, which even though I don't consider myself glamorous, that's what my pictures tend to be. So for $4.50, I picked up these ones, which are red and black with some gray on them. And they were the Home Deco brand. And I got this lady who's sitting on a cool old car. And I got this one where she's sitting there with her sunglasses on, sort of tilting her. I assume she's going to tilt her sunglasses down or something. So I thought these were more of the glamorous look that went along with the ones that I already had in there. And I had one little wall on my bathroom. You'd never see it unless you were right in there with the door closed. But for myself, sometimes I'm in there with the door closed, I will see my little pictures, and I thought they were kind of cute. And like I say, they've got the little raised spot around her glasses. Does this one have a raised spot too? Yeah, around the car is like a raised part of the design. So I got them. And then this sort of goes along with that. Like I said, I've got Marilyn Monroe in my bedroom. I've got 4 big pictures of Marilyn Monroe in there, so that adds the glamour to the boudoir. And then I've got the glamorous lady pictures in my bathroom. So when I saw these little trash cans, I thought that just goes along perfectly with the pictures that I have. And for sure this one has the pink and the red, so it'll tie the two together. There's the little trash can. Paris and ooh la la and bonjour and little lips and perfume bottles and hearts and, you know, the Eiffel Tower and all these cool little things. And I thought that went really nicely with my pictures of the ladies. So that's what I got that for. And that was $4 if I didn't already say so. Now my last item is also something that I've seen a lot on the Facebook pages. And I know someone, a friend of mine, had gotten one of these last year, but not from Dollarama. She got it from somewhere else. And I'm not sure if hers is exactly the same as this or whether it's different. I'm sure she probably paid more for it, but like I say, it wasn't from Dollarama. And it is the Garden Deco Illuminate Flame Effect Solar Light. And this is what the box looks like. And this is what the light looks like when it's lit up. I will try to add a little video at the end that will show it lit up in my backyard. And they are so cool for $5. Like I say, a friend of mine had one last year. When she showed it on her Facebook page, I thought that is so cool. I would really like one of those if I ever see one. And then lo and behold, Dollarama gets them. So I'm like, yay, that's fantastic. So I picked up 2, one for my front yard and one for my backyard. And I actually picked up 2 more for Sue because she said she would like another one. And I think she said her daughter wanted one. And I've got to get it over to her. Yes, Sue, I'm going to get those to you at some point in the not too distant future. I've been having a hard time getting anything done lately. As you can tell, this video has been a long time coming and I'm only just now getting it done. But anyway, I will get those solar lights over to Sue fairly soon, I hope. Surely by sometime next week, if not before. So that was my video for today. I hope everybody enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the hype button and the like button. And also, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and become a member of my YouTube family. And be sure to hit the notification bell and set it to all so you don't miss any of my uploads. I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that you're all healthy and happy and that you have lots of nice plans and an enjoyable Easter weekend coming up. And I would like to thank you all for watching me today. And until my next video, bye-bye. Well, there, I got it put together. Didn't take me too long. A little tricky at first. One of those things where you could have used a third hand at times, but overall it worked out well. And there you go. I've got it in my office area. And I can put papers up here and papers down there if need be. Or just a little bit of decor, whatever I decide to do with it. So there, that's how that worked out. Two ducks passing by in our backyard. Spin around the other way. I don't know what kind of birds those are.
Bonus here, Adrian.
Yeah.
You guys see the seal through the discos.
Just